Yo, what is up again, YouTube? This is SS9 here, and today I'll be doing a real-life deck profile on my Cyber Dragon build. Now, um, this build is based off of the deck that got top regionals a while back, top 8 I believe, but with my own twists and turns, and you'll see those twists and turns. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, 3 Cyber Dragons, because this deck's all about Cyber Dragon. Don't really have much to say about it. Plus, if your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you get to special summon them, so way too good. We run 3 dry. Whenever you normal summon dry, all your Cyber Dragons become level 5, but you can only special summon machine monsters when you activate the effect, which is not a big issue. 3 core. Core is your Stratos of the deck. Whenever you normal summon him, you can search him for a Cyber Repair Plant, and you'll see what that does in a second. And if he's in your graveyard, you can ban it, and you control no monsters and your opponent does. You can special summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck. But be aware, you can only activate 1 Cyber Dragon Core's effect per turn. And your last Cyber monsters is the 1 Cyber Eltanen. He is your Dark Hole of the deck. You banish as many from your field and graveyard to special summon this guy. He gets 500 for each banished monster, and all monsters except for him get destroyed. 2 card Ds. This is mainly just a draw. And the 1 Honest because you run light monsters. I mean, if you run a light monster deck, you pretty much have to run Honest. 3 Repair Plants. Onto the spells now. This is your Searcher. Like, this is how you get Cyber Dragons in your hand, or if you have, like, you can only activate the effect if there's 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, but if there's like 3 or more, you can activate both effects, which is search for a Cyber Dragon and put 1 in your graveyard back into your deck. Next up, oops, accidentally. Let's try that again. 3 Power Bond. This is how you special summon your machine fusions, in most cases, but it's really good. You activate it, and the machine monster gets double the attack points. Really good. 2 Machine Duplication. Here is what you do with this card. So you have a Cyber Dragon Core, and whenever Cyber Dragon Core is face up on the field or in the graveyard, its name becomes Cyber Dragon. You activate Machine Duplication, and it does have less than 500 attack points. You get 2 free Cyber Dragons, which could go into an XE summon, or you can Power Bond into Fusion Monster, or you can go into Volcasaurus, or just anything, pretty much. The 1 limiter removal because you do run a machine deck, and 1 1-day apiece because we're only allowed 1 1-day apiece. And you do run Power Bond in this deck. This is mainly to avoid Power Bond damage. Now on, well, not yet. 2 Forbidden Lance. Just Forbidden Lance is really good. It's another way to get around trap cards when you use Power Bond. 2 Potted Dualities. The guy ran Upstart, but I don't like Upstart. I prefer Pot. And the last spell cards we run are triple MST because, well, it's staple. And yeah. Now the trap cards. The guy that got top 8 regionals didn't run Cyber Network, but I do like it in this deck. The only reason why I do run it, I only run 1, is because of Cyber Eltanen, because having banished Cyber Dragons kind of suck. This just helps you get it back. Triple Trap Stun. This is just to guarantee your OTK whenever you activate Power Bond, just like Forbidden Lance, only it doesn't protect against spell cards as well. Threatening Roar. This is mainly for when you have like one of them turns where you only summon card D. And 3 Reckless Greed. This is to get you draw power to dig through your deck. Only downside is you have to skip your next draw phases, so use it wisely. And that's pretty much the main deck. Now for the extra deck. I will run 1 Cyber End Dragon. You really only need 1, honestly. I mean, he's good, but he's not good as the next one we're going to talk about, which is Cyber Twin Dragon. This is your go-to monster because he can attack twice per turn, and with Power Bond, he has 5,600 attack points, which is crazy. And the last fusion we run is Triple Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. This is when you need beat sticks and you have so many machines on the field and no Power Bond. Also, it's also good at a matchup against Geargia because you special summon him by sacrificing from either side of the field, either yours or your opponent's, 1 Cyber Dragon and as many machine monsters as possible. And of course, Geargias run a lot of machines, so it's really useful. 2 Novas. We're going to Xyz now. 2 Novas is enough. Because you don't run too many Cyber Dragons. You only run like 9 overall, I believe. And he's really good. You detach an Xyz material and special summon into Cyber Dragon. Plus you can banish him like a Cyber Dragon. And he gets 2100 attack points. And when he's sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you instantly get a Fusion Machine monster, which is really, really good. And so even if he gets Solemn Warning, you can get an instant Cyber and Dragon. 1 Pleiades. This is just too good not to run. You do run light monsters in this deck, so Pleiades is really good. Volcasaurus, because, well, he does damage. It's like a Adrius, Keeper of Armageddon on crack. 1 up Arsenal Zenmayo. Can't even talk today, I'm sorry. This is just another machine that you can special summon with Cyber Dragon Dry's effect. Plus, he can destroy set cards, which helps with Power Bond too. And the last rank 5 we run is Tyrus, because Tyrus is one of the best rank 5s in my opinion. And we also run 2 rank 2s, which are Degusto Phoenix. This is just to do more damage to your opponent. And Armored Kappa to protect your Cyber Dragons. And the last Xyz we run is Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, because you do run a lot of rank 5 Xyz. You can special summon him with a rank 5 Xyz. So like if there's a dead rank 5 Xyz monster on the field, just, there you go. Instant Gaia Dragon. Now for the side deck. I run 2 Maxis, because a lot of decks special summon, and plus it's draw power. You want as much draw power as possible in this deck. 2 DNA Surgery. This comes in handy in more ways than just one. First of all, it slows down some decks, like Fire Fist don't get the benefit from the Fire Formation spells and traps, and plus Harpies don't get their benefit from Harpies Hunting Ground, and also up against Boojins, if you declare Machine type, they can't activate Quillen's effect, and they can't use Crane's effect from the hand either. But also, if you declare Machine type, that means you can pretty much blow up your opponent's side of the field and get a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon every time. 2 Overworks. This is mainly for Harpies and Fire Fist and Boojins, because they have Tinky on the field half the time. Breakthrough Skill. This is for anything, really. Black Horn of Heaven. Pretty much for anything. Soul Drain, because we had 1 extra space in this deck for something, and I thought Soul Drain would be perfect since it's limited, and you don't want to run Thunder King Ryo in this deck because you want to search. 2 Smashing Ground, pretty much for anything. And 2 Share Ride. This is mainly for like Fire Fist, Harpies, what else? Medulches, and Spellbooks. Especially Spellbooks, because Spellbooks search a lot. So this gives you a lot of draw power, which means more cards to work with. And that is pretty much the Cyber Dragon deck. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have a couple more deck profiles coming up soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.